I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman, aka Doc, with another one of these little videos designed to help you get through these strange days in which we find ourselves. And these are strange days indeed. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, we had a guest speaker who told a Bible story and then said, I really like to know what that story meant. Well, after the service was over, I gave her the understanding of what the story meant. She said, how did you know that? Because a longer time ago, in a galaxy even further away, I had a spiritual experience. I was caught up by the Spirit into the heavenly places. And there I saw this huge Bible. The pages were open and they were turning by themselves, and God spoke to me as plainly as I'm speaking to you and said, I've given you my word. Ever since that time, I've looked in the scriptures and I've seen things and understood how to apply them to the times in which we find ourselves. And certainly we are in a strange time. These are strange days. 1 Kings, the 7th chapter, the 12th verse, Samuel sets a stone and he calls it Ebenezer. Hitherto the Lord has helped us. It was halfway between Shen and Mizpah. Now that's significant. All of this has significance. Samuel means heard of God. That's you, heard of God. God's heard you. God's answering. God's moving in your life. If you've called on him, he said, call on me and answer you, and I'll show you great and mighty things that thou knowest not of. Samuel heard of God. Sets this stone, calls it Ebenezer. Hitherto the Lord has helped us. Midway between Shen and Mizpah. Now that's significant. But Shen is the hard place. That's what it means. It means a crag. It means a hard place. Mizpah means the watchtower. It's the place of visionary experience. It's where you look beyond where you are to see the future that God has for you. And halfway between, Samuel sets this stone, calls it Ebenezer, and said, it's a stone of help. Hitherto the Lord has helped us. Now here's the meaning of the story. I want you to get this. You're at Ebenezer right now. You're heard of God. God's answering your prayer. God's moving in your life. But you've got a decision to make. Are you going to look toward the hard places, or are you going to look to that visionary place where you see what God is doing in your life? And the choice is left absolutely up to you. What are you going to do? What's your choice? I choose to look forward and not backward. I believe that we're getting through this pandemic. I believe that we're going to get through this crazy electoral time that we're in. I believe that we're going to get through to a better day. I believe that because I know that God has plans for me, and I'm pretty sure that God's got plans for you. I want you to look forward. Don't look backward. Live with expectation in the hour in which we find ourselves, and you'll find that God will meet you in the midst of your expectations. Speaking of expectation, I got a story to tell you next Sunday. I gave a prophetic word last Sunday that manifested within a few days' time for one of our church family, extended church family. And it is a crazy story of prosperity. I want to share it with you Sunday morning, along with the message, 7 Steps Out of Moab. Moab is a state of mind. It's where you're thinking conventional thinking and you can't see what God's doing in your life. 7 Steps Out of Moab. If you're going to get through these strange days in which we find ourselves, you can't live in Moab. And unfortunately, there is a disproportionate number of God's people that are living in Moab, thinking like Moabites. I've got a word to share with you. Catch it on the live stream at aspirechurch.tv. That's live stream aspirechurch.tv, or on Facebook at Aspire Church TV. That's Facebook Aspire Church TV, live stream aspirechurch.tv. It's all happening Sunday morning, 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. It's going to be powerful. It's a word that you're going to need to hear. It's a word you're going to want to hear. And after you've heard it, you're going to be glad you did. I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman, aka Doc. Next week, I'll be back on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with new videos on a different subject, but all designed to help you get through these strange days in which we find ourselves. I'll see you Sunday at 10 o'clock.